Alola everyone, it's the Munch and welcome back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Last episode we took on the Pokemon League of Alola once again, and at the end of it all had one final match against our rival Hau. And today we're here in Paniola Town because there's just a couple of things left to do here in the Alola region, and we're finally going to be going after the final set of legendaries, the Tapus, the Guardians of Alola. So if you guys are excited, make sure to hit that like button and let's get to it. And you may be wondering why I'm here in Paniola, and that's because we've got a little bit of preparation to do. So if you come to the Pokemon Center here, you can actually purchase a special type of Pokeball called the Timer Ball, which works better the more turns that are taken in battle. And this is actually going to be the best type of Pokeball for catching the Tapus in my opinion, so I'm going to go ahead and buy 99 of them and prepare for the worst. Look at that, even with buying 99 of them, I'm still over $1 million Poké-Dollars. Thank you, Based Looker, for giving us all that cash from the Ultra Beast quest. But yeah, with that now, we can head off to catch the Tapus. You can also get Quick Balls. I always recommend Quick Balls because they have that high chance of catching it on the first turn of battle. Pretty much the opposite of the Timer Ball now that I think about it. It works on the first turn, and the Timer Ball, of course, works better the more turns you take. So we're going to be flying over to Route 1 on Melee to go after the first Tapu, Koko. So fly, Charizard! And here we are on Route 1, except we're actually going to be heading off to Iki Town, or Iki, where we started our adventure and picked our starter Pokemon. It's been quite a long time since we've been here, but of course, across that little bridge in the very first episode where we saw the cutscene with Lily and Tapu Koko, that is actually where Tapu Koko lives, so we've got to make our way over there and have a little trip down memory lane here. This is literally the first route of the game, and it feels like so long ago now that we went through this. I don't know why, just a week ago, it still felt like Sun and Moon was fresh, but I don't know what happened this week. Maybe I realized that it's actually been 2 months already since the game came out, but what the heck? I did not know this was going to be going on here. Looks like we got a 1v1 with the Team Skull Grunts. Orange! Hey, no one told you guys to stop! Oh, resume making, I guess, faces at each other? Not faces, but I don't know, they kind of look like any rapper nowadays. That's kind of how they dance, which is pretty funny. So, see, Orange, helping people like this is just another way I train myself to get stronger. How are you training them exactly, Hau? I don't really understand what's going on here. The Kahuna grabbed us by the scruff of our necks and dragged us here, saying we got nothing better to do anyway, right? Like, okay, Pokemon battles are one thing, but Alola-style sumo? Come on! Oh, are they actually sumo wrestling? They don't really seem like sumos to me. What? You ain't heard, yo? Our Team Skull is donezo. We got nothing to do now. Nope, nothing, no. So we're training up so that we'll be tough enough to help out anyone in need of rescue. Then you can call us Team Reskull. Team Reskull? Huh. That's interesting. Team Reskull. I wonder if maybe that would actually be a thing if they did a Pokemon Sun and Moon sequel. I know that's been a talk, kind of a hot topic lately, is a Sun and Moon sequel, most specifically Pokemon Stars, and I don't know exactly how I feel about the name Pokemon Stars. I thought maybe Eclipse would have been better, but I mean, even if they call it Pokemon Stars, it would be pretty awesome, and I can't wait if it actually is on the Nintendo Switch. Holy crap, that is going to be so amazing. I would literally cry if they actually did that, so I hope it's true. I hope the rumors are true. Either way, we're here in the Mahalo Trail, the Plank Bridge, where I talked about that cutscene happened, and hopefully this time the bridge doesn't break down when we're trying to cross it. Looks like we almost made it. Yes, the bridge didn't collapse under our weight this time around. Though I don't think it was actually our weight, it was Nebby's superpower saving us from those Spearow, but over here we can find ourselves an Electric Seed, which will actually be pretty helpful with Tapu Koko. It's actually an item you can pair with him, and it goes really well because he summons the electric terrain right when he comes out of battle. And the Electric Seed there will actually extend the duration of that electric terrain. So over here we've got a Zargard Cube, or Cell rather, and finally it is time to head inside the ruins of... I'm actually not sure what ruins these are. I didn't really read it. I probably should have done that when we got here, but if we make our way all the way to the deepest part of this chamber, we can find that there's nothing here, except for that statue there, and we're gonna go ahead and reach out and touch it. Tapu Koko! I love Tapu Koko. I don't know why I love saying Tapu Koko. Anyway, here he is, guys. We get another chance to catch the guardian deity of Alola, or sorry, of Melee Island. I guess all 4 of them are guardians of Alola, but this one is specifically for Melee Island, and it is, of course, the electric and fairy type legendary Pokemon, Tapu Koko. Oh my gosh, I forgot to save the game. Why did I not save? Definitely save the game before you try and attempt to catch these Pokemon, because if you fail, well, you kind of don't get another chance. So And you can also soft reset for better natures and stuff like that if you're into that type of thing. I'm not super into competitive battling, and I'm also probably going to do that on my Pokemon Moon version, the soft resetting aspect of things. So for Pokemon Sun here, I'm just going to try to catch the legendary. That is going to be my main goal. I don't really care what nature we get as long as we actually catch it. And as you guys can see, we kind of failed our first attempt there, as the Quick Ball does not work. I've had a lot of luck with Quick Balls in the past, but this time around is not going to be one of those times. And so now, I have a couple of strategies here for catching the Tapus. As you can see, my team here, Kartana I've got here because it can actually learn False Swipe. And if you guys don't know, False Swipe always leaves a Pokemon with at least 1 HP, no matter how much it's at. So even if it's at 1 HP already, it'll still leave it with just 1. Like, it can never actually KO the Pokemon. So very helpful for catching stuff, especially legendaries. And that's why I've got the Kartana here with us. So first of all, we've actually got to weaken this Tapu Koko because I'm pretty sure 1 False Swipe is not going to be enough to take it down to 1 HP. And oh my gosh, I kind of forgot Kartana is pretty frail. So maybe this wasn't my best idea. Thankfully, I do have Sarah as well. The thing is, Sarah is half fighting type and, oh, actually, well, dragon and fighting, so definitely very weak to fairy type moves. But I don't think Tapu Koko actually gets any good fairy attacks except for that Nature's Madness, which will always put your HP at half. And this is not good at all because I've only got Taunt. Oh no, I forgot I got rid of False Swipe on Sarah. I got the Taunt for another Tapu that we can catch here, but I guess it's a little bit late now. I do still have some revives though, so I could always bring back the Kartana later on so that we can do that False Swipe again. But hey, it looks like we actually did not that much damage with the Sky Uppercut there, so we can definitely go for another one of them. And yes, Sarah with the Bulletproof coming through right now. Are you kidding me? Did you really avoid my Sky Uppercut? Alright, well, hopefully we get no critical hits. That would be really, really sad if we did. I don't think we will, though. Come on, Sarah. No crits, please. No crits. And nice. That is actually pretty good HP right there. And you might have noticed the other Ultra Beast that I've got on my team here is Xurkitree, and that is because he can learn 2 really awesome attacks for catching Pokemon, Thunder Wave and Hypnosis. So Thunder Wave and Hypnosis, well, obviously Thunder Wave paralyzes, Hypnosis puts them to sleep. Both of those are going to be pretty good for catching Pokemon, I guess putting up the chances of catching it rather. But since Tapu Koko is an electric type, we can't really put it or paralyze it, so we're going to try to put it to sleep instead and try to go for some Timer Balls. I guess if you don't go for Timer Balls, the only other Pokeball I could see is an Ultra Ball because I don't think we're in a cave right now, so Dusk Balls wouldn't really work out, and I don't think there's any other really type of ball that is really that good against the Tapu, so I guess Ultra Balls or Timer Balls are going to be your best bet here, and that's what I'm going to be going for. I think the Timer Balls, after 10 turns has passed, it's like a 4 times chance of catching it, so pretty much going to be the best that we can do. Are you kidding me? How is Hypnosis missing every time? I don't understand. Did, like, the accuracy on that get dropped or something? Because I feel like it shouldn't be missing this many times in a row, but there we go. We finally get it off, and it doesn't matter because we kind of just wasted a whole bunch of turns there, so our Timer Ball is going to be a whole bunch more effective right now. So it is time, guys, to start going for the Timer Balls. You could kind of go for the swag factor and try to catch these guys in like a beast ball or something like that, but I am not gonna go through that right now. That seems like something that is just not for me right now. It requires a lot of patience because, oh my gosh, are you serious? Did we really just catch Tapu Koko on the first try? Okay then, I was expecting to be here for like at least an hour. That's why I was preparing myself mentally for like the, you know, the patience that this was going to require with the Timer Balls and all that, but I guess it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and we have got the first of the Tapus already registered in the Dex, Tapu Koko. And that is 84% of the Dex there. Doing pretty good for myself. It's getting pretty hard to complete the Pokedex nowadays, but this is definitely a good one to add in there. The Guardian Deity of Melee, brimming with curiosity. It summons thunderclouds and stores their lightning inside its body. Really awesome legendary, definitely my favorite of the Tapus, even though we really haven't seen the other ones just yet, unless you checked out the trailers, of course, which I did, but Tapu Koko has been caught, and you are going right to the PC, buddy. Not even legendary Pokemon can escape the wrath of the PC box, but a couple of our Pokemon did die in that encounter, or fainted in that encounter, so definitely gonna need to hit up the Pokemon Center, because I think I also need to stock up on potions just in case we need those. So let's head out of here, and I'm kind of hoping that it tells us the name of the ruins again. Oh man, it doesn't tell us. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave this area and come back because I really want to know. The Ruins of Conflict, that's what it's called. I could have just summon Charizard too. But anyway, the next Tapu we're going to be going after is of course on Akala Island. And you know what? To be honest, I don't remember where the ruins for this one are. I don't think we ever really saw them even. Oh wait, never mind, I just remembered. We fought the Kahuna Olivia here. I don't know how I forgot that. Our first encounter, or our first major battle with Olivia. And it is going to be the ruins of something else. So let's go, Charizard. And here we are at the Ruins of Life. Actually, it's pretty convenient that there is a spot to fly literally in front of the entrance. So no time wasted today with Tapu Lele, which I believe is the next one we're going to be going after. The Fairy and Psychic type Tapu. And actually one of the strongest Tapus in the game. I'm pretty sure I just messed up this puzzle though, so I'm going to go ahead and reset that real quick. And we're going to give this another try. I say Tapu Lele is one of the strongest Tapus, but they're actually all super strong. I've seen them all used in competitive battling actually pretty frequently. Most teams have at least one Ultra Beast or one Tapu on it, from what I've seen so far, even though I haven't really been playing that often. Back when Sun and Moon first came out for like the first 2 months, or I guess just the first month, I was playing quite a lot of Pokemon Showdown, and I saw a lot of the Tapus being used, a lot of Ultra Beasts. They're just really powerful, but Tapu Lele is definitely one of the most powerful ones, boasting a super high special attack, and with the choice specs, this thing is devastating. So this time around, I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm actually going to save the game here before we try and catch this guy, or girl. I guess it's just has no gender, but I feel like the Tapus do look like specific genders, like Koko and Bulu kind of look like boys, and Lele and Fini look like girls, but maybe I'm upsetting some people by saying that, so I don't really care. Either way, we reached out and touched another statue. I just realized all the statues look the same. I kind of thought they'd look different, but it is time, guys, for our second Tapu battle, and it is, of course, going to be Tapu Lele, the Guardian of Akala Island, the Psychic and Fairy type. So I don't know what I really want to go for here because we got to weaken it once again, and of course, Kartana did die in that last encounter. The False Swipe would have definitely come in handy here. So Tapu Lele's Misty Terrain here, or not Misty Terrain, I actually kind of forgot what the name of this terrain is called. But I do know that I definitely don't want El Tigre to be out here, because I'm pretty sure El Tigre will one-shot this thing. So I'm going to bring out Kurama and go for maybe a Dazzling Gleam. I don't think that'll do too much damage. But this terrain that it brings out, I'm pretty sure boosts the power of Psychic moves, and it also prevents Pokemon from using priority moves. So really good, because it actually counters things like Sucker Punch and Bullet Punch, which would normally be pretty dang good against Tapu Lele. You can't even use those against it, so it is just a really good Pokemon. I'm sure there are other reasons why it's good, but I'm not exactly the best competitive battler out there, so those are pretty much... Oh my gosh, we got a critical hit, but it actually still survived with barely enough HP. And I just realized I totally forgot to go for the Quick Ball, so that's not good, but it's okay because it is time to go for some Beast Balls, boys. I know I said that this was going to be insane. The Beast Ball has like a 0.01% chance of catching, so yeah, it is definitely going to break out instantly there, but we're basically trying to waste some turns now because the Timer Ball, like I said, works better the more turns that have passed in battle. So definitely going to want to waste a little bit of time here with Tapu Lele. I'm also going to try and bring out, what's it called, Circuitry, so that we can paralyze it, because Paralysis and Sleep do make it easier to catch Pokemon. But yeah, the Beast Balls on anything other than Ultra Beast don't really work. I have seen people, though, catch all of the Tapus and Beast Balls, and it just makes me question, like, how much patience do some people have out there? Because that just seems like I would want to rip my hairs out of my head. Maybe grab a little bit of, I'm not going to say what, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. It's been pretty popular. It's been something a lot of people have been saying they want to drink lately. I don't really know why, but anyway, let's see if we can try and get this Tapu Lele still. I want to bring out Circuitry, but for some reason it is not taking out our Alolan Ninetales here, going for attacks that don't even hurt it. So I guess I'm just going to keep on throwing Beast Balls and hope that eventually they work out. Round 2, boys, and this time around we've got the Kartana out here. Hopefully a False Swipe will bring it down to the HP that we need, though I'm not really sure Kartana's that strong. Oh, looks like we were pretty strong. Didn't really bring it down to 1 HP, but brought it down pretty low. And oh my gosh, surviving with 1 HP there. Awesome, that means we can go for one more False Swipe, and then I guess I'll just finally bring out Circuitry and paralyze it. I think it can be put to sleep also. I don't know if sleep or paralysis is better for catching Pokemon. I think they're kind of both the same, so I guess I'll just try putting it to sleep, because even though last time Hypnosis kept missing, so maybe I'll go for the Thunder Wave instead. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely been about 10 turns now, so we can start going for those timer balls and hopefully catch it here. I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave because, yeah, it will not miss, or well, it can miss, but it's definitely got a higher accuracy than Hypnosis, that's for sure. And it has been enough turns already, so we can definitely start going for those timer balls. But I really like the Tapu music, actually. I didn't really pay attention to it when we were battling Tapu Koko, but now that I've gotten a little bit of a better chance to listen to it, it's really cool. I like how the guys in the background are like chanting, and it's more than just, I guess, instruments, because usually Pokemon music doesn't have vocals, aside from like the Getsis song, of course. But are you kidding me? Oh, I really thought it was going to catch on the first try also. I'm like, there's no way we can catch 2 Tapus back to back in the first timer ball. That would be actually just insane odds right there, but it doesn't quite catch, and that means we got to keep on trying. So here we go for the second timer ball here on Tapu Lele. Go, go, go! That's what the guys say, right? Something like that. And it looks like, oh man, come on! I was about to say it's go, go, gone, because I thought we would have caught it there, but broke out at the last second. So let's see if third time is the charm. I hope it can be, because I don't know. I wouldn't really like to spend too much time on just Tapu Lele here, but wow, it seems to be shaking 3 times every time, and the third time is the charm, guys. We have got ourselves Tapu Lele, the Guardian of Alola, and the second of the Tapus. So that means 2 down and 2 more to go. And I love this little design on Tapu Lele here. It's kind of like the healer one. I feel like it didn't want to take out our Pokemon. Maybe that's like part of its design, is like it's a healer, so it's meant not to take down too many of your Pokemon. I'm not really sure, I'm just making that up, but the Guardian Deity of Alola is guilelessly cruel. Okay, maybe it's the opposite of what I said. Why did it like refuse to take down my Ninetales then? I don't know, but the fragrant aroma of flowers is the source of its energy. Really, it gets its energy from flowers. That is an interesting Pokemon for sure, but Psychic and Fairy type, and it is registered in our decks, no nickname, and you guys already know where it's going. This time around though, before we head off for the third Tapu, which I believe is Tapu Bulu, I am definitely going to hit up a Pokemon Center because I am kind of out of potions, and yeah, my Pokemon are a little bit beat up, so off to the center we go. Conveniently enough, the Tapu Village is where we can find the next Tapu, and it happened to have a Pokemon Center right there, so stocked up on everything that we needed, and it is time to head off to the Haina Desert, or Haina Desert. I'm still not sure on how to say that really. Gonna have to wait until the anime comes out or something for all the pronunciations to be exact, but I believe this Tapu's a little bit harder to find because, oh gosh, first of all, we gotta run away from those sand patches. I'm pretty sure we can run into wild Pokemon here, by the way, so I should probably spray a repel. Oh my gosh, I am so confused. You can kind of use these little rocks to tell where you are in the desert, but I think we're actually at the very first room again, so let's try going to the right instead. And yeah, we're actually going to find this little patch of grass here, and I think this is a good sign. I am Mr. I can't remember. I'm just the ashes left behind, what remains when everything has been given. I can't remember any longer. Not how to get back home, not anything about who I once was, but in the depths of my memory, I can still see the form of that dear Pokemon. As hazy and distant as a mirage, it looked like the sun, my soul. Galio? Where is it? The Pokemon that always protected me. That round body, that rugged form, those sharp, burning eyes. If only I could see it once more, I think I might remember something. Well, turns out this guy is actually not looking for Soul Galio, but rather Soul Rock, which is not a Pokemon that's available in the Alola region. So if you want to show that guy your Soul Rock, I guess we'll have to wait until Pokebank comes out, but I am definitely going to be back to show that guy a Soul Rock, I guess once we're able to. But I think we should keep on heading north from here, and we should be able to reach the ruins. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? So this place is a maze after all. And of course I run into a sandy patch. Actually, there is one direction I haven't tried, and I guess it's not even an option. I thought we could go to the south from where this old man is, but I guess not. So let's go up, and it should lead us to the Rocky Room. Yep, so from here I guess we'll try a different path. Maybe to the left instead of up? But where the heck are we right now? No, leave me alone! Oh my gosh, what is this thing doing? I don't want to run into any more wild Pokemon. Hold on a second, I just realized the symbols right here. So this is definitely the ruins. And if this isn't the ruins, then... Okay, it is the ruins, thankfully. So we finally made it, guys, to the ruins of abundance. What if we could have flown here the whole time? Oh my gosh, we could have flown here the whole time. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, I guess for those of you that don't know how to get here or are doing it for the first time, well, not sure that I did the best guide there, but maybe it helps you out in maybe figuring it out. Or maybe you just enjoy watching me struggle with simple puzzles. But speaking of simple puzzles, here we've got another one where we've got to push a couple of boulders, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one there because I feel like it'll mess something up. Oh yeah, totally would have messed something up. Nice. I'm glad I caught on to that early on because all we've got to do is push this one down all the way, and bam, we can already get into the deepest chamber. Oh man, we can't call upon Machamp in here. It's kind of lame. I thought maybe we could see Machamp really up close, but I like how each of the runes actually looks kind of different. This one has a lot of sand back there, but these statues always look the same, and that means it is time, guys, to take on our third Tapu. Tapu Lu? I thought it was Bulu, but I guess it's just Tapu Lu. Just kidding, it is actually Tapu Bulu, and here he is, guys, the grass and fairy type. Actually, this might be my second favorite Tapu. I don't know, they're all so cool and unique. I can't even decide which one's my favorite, but I guess I've got to stick with Koko as my favorite because it is like the original one that we saw. And it's electric type, and electric type is definitely my favorite of their secondary typings, I guess. But let's try and go for a dazzling gleam here on it. Shouldn't do too much damage considering he's still a fairy type just like the others. And holy moly, this thing's got Mega Horn. Okay, I kind of thought for a second that was the attack that one-shots you or one-hit KOs, but it definitely isn't. I'm confusing it with something else then. What the heck? Oh, I guess that's what the grassy terrain does. Huh. I wasn't quite sure on what the grassy terrain did because all of the other Tapus, like I said, with Lele, she has the psychic terrain, which prevents priority moves and boosts psychic moves. So the grassy terrain here, I'm sure boosts grass type moves, and I guess every turn you get a little bit of HP back. I guess for both Pokemon too, it's not just grass type Pokemon. I thought it might be just grass Pokemon, but let's go ahead and bring out the Kartana then. And once again, I forgot to use the Quick Ball. I don't know why I keep forgetting to go for the Quick Balls. Oh man, one more false swipe should take down Bulu to enough HP to try to catch it. This grassy terrain is really annoying though. I think it's going to run out soon though because it only lasts for about 5 turns unless you got that special seed that extends the duration. But here comes the Nature's Madness, which if you guys haven't noticed, every single Tapu has that attack, and it actually always does half of your HP. So I think it's similar to Super Fang, I think is the attack that does that as well. But there goes the grassy terrain. So now we'll be able to get it exactly down to that 1 HP. And we might as well get it down there because we're trying to waste turns anyway for those timer balls to be really effective. But Kartana not quite going to go down here actually. I thought we were going to get taken down there for some reason. But pretty sure we'll get taken out next turn. So I'll just wait until then to bring out the Xurkitree and go for the timer ball now. Who knows? It might just catch on the first try. Oh my gosh, is it actually? Oh my goodness, guys. Tapu Bulu has been caught on the first try. I don't know if I'm just like insanely lucky today or the timer balls are actually that good at catching them, but we are doing pretty good so far. Only really using 5 timer balls total, I think, to catch all 3 of these Tapus here, and that is going to be Bulu registered in the dex. Of course, this is the grass and fairy type Guardian of Alola here. It pulls large trees up by the roots and swings them around and causes vegetation to grow and then absorbs energy from the growth. That's pretty cool that they all get their energy from like different sources. I guess Lele's got the flowers, Bulu's got the what is it, vegetation. I'm not sure what Koko said, but I know that Fini must get its power from the water then, considering it's a water fairy. But that is it for the third Tapu, and it is also going in the PC. So let's get the heck out of these ruins. Are you kidding me? Did they really reset the puzzle? Oh, come on. How am I supposed to get out of here? And here we are at the Ruins of Hope, the final ruins. I think Bulu's ruins were called the Ruins of Conflict, if I'm not mistaken. And as I mentioned, we did already do the puzzle here because we came here a long time ago with Lily and the Kahuna Hapu. Before she was a Kahuna. This was actually the ritual for her to become a Kahuna. But this final Tapu here is going to be Tapu Fini, the water and fairy type. So let's touch the statue and check it out. Well, that's a really cool cry. Not really in the text though. It says Tapu Fi. I don't know, I feel like the text never really does the actual noise justice, but here it is. Tapu Fini has appeared. Really, really awesome design as well. I can't even, like, actually pick which my favorite Tapu is because I think the designs on all of them are just so darn cool. Like, just check it out. This one, of course, is the water type one, and you can definitely see a lot of water inspiration on it already with the kind of mermaid slash narwhal design. I think it's a narwhal at least. Narwhals are like really weird. If you guys have never seen narwhals, definitely look them up. They're actually real animals, and it freaks me out that they exist because it's literally like a unicorn whale. Like, for no reason, this whale has a giant horn on it, which I guess is a tooth actually, technically, not a horn, but I don't know, it looks like a horn, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about narwhals. It goes for the Nature's Madness, which will not quite take us down, and I feel like the Ice Beam is actually not doing quite enough damage, so maybe I'll try going for a Dazzling Gleam instead. Those seem to be working out better against the other Tapus, so hopefully we don't get a critical hit because I just remembered that I actually once again forgot to go for or I guess I forgot to save before the battle. I guess she's going for more Nature's Madness though, so who do I want to bring out here? I think Sarah wouldn't be too bad. Oh wait, never mind, I forgot I don't have False Swipe anymore. Why do I keep forgetting that I don't have False Swipe? Oh my goodness, this is not good. As he goes for the Hydro Pump, and we're actually going to avoid it anyway. That's good though, because I'm actually going to try going for the Taunt here, because Tapu Fini actually has an attack called Aqua Ring, which will heal it up a little bit every turn, kind of like the terrain that other Tapu Bulu had. So definitely don't want it to go for that, so I'm just going to taunt it and prevent that, I guess, even though the taunt doesn't really last forever, but we'll try out Hypnosis this time. I feel like we got to waste a couple of more turns for that Timer Ball to really be effective here, and we definitely got to try to get this Tapu Fini a little bit lower HP still, so since we don't have the False Swipe, I'm not sure what we could do. Maybe some Ice Beams would be pretty good. Wait, the taunt really wore off already? Huh, that's crazy. Alright, well, it is put to sleep, so I'm not sure. You know what? I actually kind of feel like just going for a Timer Ball right now. I don't know why I have a good feeling about it. So let's find out if my good feeling is true or not. And instantly breaks out. All right. And there it is. The Aqua Ring finally coming through. That's not good. That is exactly why I had the Taunt out. But I kind of forgot that Taunt doesn't last forever. And I really don't want to go for a Dazzling Gleam because I feel like it might accidentally kill it. And I didn't save the game, like I said, so yeah, I don't really want to risk that. Kurama's gonna get taken down here, which is not too great, but what can you do, guys? What can you do?
Moments later.
Alright, Kurama, it's all up to you. Can you please not get a critical hit? That would be great. Nice! No critical hits today. And we finally have it back down to that red HP zone, which is not great. Wait a second, did you really just use Nature's Madness when I had like 0 HP there? That's a little bit weird, buddy, but Xurkitree did get taken down, so I guess I'm going to have to revive him now to try and get off that paralysis, but man, oh man, Tapu Fini is pretty annoying with that Aqua Ring. That is exactly why I brought along the Taunt, because it actually doesn't let it use any attacks that aren't damaging moves, so are you serious? How did Kurama just survive that? Are you serious? I guess they are serious, and I need to get serious, because I actually need to catch this thing, and it is getting really tough, so let me go for an Ice Beam. Maybe, just maybe, we can get a Freeze Off or something. Oh, are you serious? Why do I keep saying that?
More moments later.
Come on, Ice Beam. Can we do it? Yes, this time it does hit. Hopefully it doesn't crit. That would suck. Oh my... Whew! I think that was actually a crit, but it didn't kill it. Watch it freeze too. That would be insane. Okay, it didn't freeze it, but we did get it down to exactly the HP that we needed. And you know what? I'm just gonna go for it, guys. We've got 92 Timer Balls. I definitely went overboard on buying too many of them, but who cares? As long as we get all the Tapus, that's all that matters. And no! It shook twice, but no dice. And finally, Kurama is gonna get taken down here. Oh man, does Aqua Ring really last the entire battle? I didn't think it did. That's definitely gonna make this the hardest one to catch out of all of them, but I'm not complaining. I guess I am complaining, but I shouldn't complain because the rest of them were pretty dang easy to catch. So we at least needed one challenge out of this. So here we go. I'm going to try the Hypnosis once again. And I wish it would stay at red HP right now. Like, I wish the Aqua Ring didn't work when it was asleep, but I know it's going to get back to a little bit above yellow HP now. So I don't know how effective the Timer Ball or just any ball will be exactly, but yeah, it's back to yellow HP now. Oh man, I don't know. I have faith in this timer ball though, so here we go. This is going to be the 1, and we have 1 shake. We've got a 2, and we've got 3. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, but I predicted it, guys. Tapu Fini has been caught. I don't know if I predicted it or I actually had faith in that timer ball, but it caught it regardless, and that is the final Tapu added into the Pokédex. Awesome stuff. We've got the entire page filled out now. Tapu Fini is our final Tapu, and that means we've completed another page on the Dex. Man, they look so cool next to each other there. That's so awesome. 85% of the Dex, you filled up a single page. Good stuff. The water and fairy type Tapu Fini. The dense fog it creates brings the downfall and destruction of its confused enemies. Ocean currents are the source of its energy, so not quite just the water, but I guess it is still water. It's just specifically the ocean currents. And I really like the design on this Pokemon. I know I talked about it a little bit, but now that I get to look at it more in detail here in the Pokédex, it looks really nice. Actually, all the Tapus look really cool. But that is it for today, guys. We have caught all of the Tapus of Alola, so that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and in the next one, well, I'm actually not sure, but stay tuned because there's definitely still more episodes to come, and I'll see you next time on Pokemon Sun and Moon.